Hello, Guy Simmons of Fine & Country, selling luxury properties across Oxfordshire. Here is my October property market review of the wider UK and prime property sectors in Oxfordshire, the South East and London. We acknowledge that the prime property market is relatively small part of the UK property market as a whole. The wider UK property market represents 95% of the property market. Fine & Country specialise within the prime sector, but naturally cross over into the higher end of the wider market. Each sector has similarities, but also its own challenges, and to compare market sectors is not possible. A prime property is determined by being within the highest 5% of the property sales market by value. This currently represents a figure of £1,020,000 in the South East region. Let's consider the impact on the wider market. With increases in interest rates, food costs and fuel, and increased inflation pressures, people's affordability and budgets have been affected. With a third of mortgage products still held under very low fixed rate deals. This contrasts from the prime market, where purchasers are less dependent on borrowing and often have access to available cash funds or large degrees of equity. Having said this, it does appear buyers are becoming used to the new normal for interest borrowing rates, and sellers are also aware how this is affecting their property in terms of value and competition, with longer times required to secure a purchase and sell. Even so, there is still a strong pipeline of activity, and on a global stage, London's appeal is still undiminished. We therefore do not expect the sort of price declines we saw during the global financial crisis. October was generally not a positive month for the wider overall UK property market, including prime postcodes not being immune from the uncertainty that followed the infamous mini budget. But things have now calmed. Markets are always moving, but naturally, a period where a market is trending in a relatively negative direction creates a degree of uncertainty. Owners who are considering a transaction during this time simply pause or reflect, awaiting some stability and confidence before entering back into the market. Underlying these changes has been the increasing interest borrowing rates. We have seen 14 consecutive Bank of England interest rises. You might be surprised, but perhaps a degree of perspective is being applied as we have become used to the lowest interest rates during the past decade, within the past 51 years. Although the current 5.25% is a shock from where we have been, interestingly, the United Kingdom has averaged a 7.1% borrowing rate from 1971 until 2023, reaching an all-time high of 17% in November of 1979, and as we know, the record low of 0.1% in March 2020. The prime property prices in the South East region outside of London have fallen by 5.6% this year. Country prime markets are coming down from a relative super high point during the pandemic compared to London and city locations. Prices in the Oxfordshire prime market peaked at 16.8% during the pandemic, and even after this, the 5.6% reduction this year will still be 6.7% higher compared to the Q1 of 2020. They would also be 3.4% higher than their pre-pandemic levels at the end of 2024 if there was even a further 3% decline next year. It is still a very positive news story for the prime property market here in Oxfordshire. We have a flow of new and existing purchasers engaged with us continually throughout the year, with the ability to offer a favourable cash price, accommodate flexibility for the property owners and their timings. Many of our sales are achieved off-market or discreetly. There is definitely some sense and merit in waiting to get the very best pictures for your garden with spring, a new colour and clear blue skies, helping to create the very best presentation and marketing pictures and videos possible. I would like to perhaps challenge your thinking on this and ask you to think and consider this. We have buyers now actively wanting a property for 2024 who could potentially buy your property discreetly off market without hesitation if it meets their requirements. I do have 2 families who are actively engaged with me right now who can proceed. This does not stop us getting the open market pictures in spring as planned. If, however, we manage to secure you a suitable purchaser sooner, then fantastic. Another reason to seriously consider this option is that the current available purchasers need to purchase and buy a new home. So why not your home? Don't wait to market with all the other property owners in early 2024. You will be diminishing your opportunities by placing your property into the market when a high volume of properties hit the market at the same time. Being contrarian and not doing the same as everyone else in this case really can benefit you financially, as there is very little competition from new property. As there is often limited stock that comes to the market from now until the new year in the prime market sector. And it is for this very reason, this could offer a tremendous stress-free sale with flexible purchasers who are very motivated, especially as the supply of property in this next 3 to 4 months will fall away. So any new property will certainly prick many of our off-market purchasers' interest immediately. We can work to a prompt exchange of legal contracts to secure the sale legally and set a long stop completion date to suit you well into 2024. Please call me or email me on +44 7789 275 716 or email me on guy.simmons@fineandcountry.com.